Hello everybody, it's Jen Hall here and it's my birthday. It's all very exciting. I have got some lovely flowers. Look at those. Oh, I've got the special sparkly filter on, so they're extra sparkly. So sparkly that you can't really see it. Those are from my lovely other half and daughter, and then I've got more flowers over in that direction from the lovely Jess, who sent me some beautiful flowers. Jessica Lorimer sent me some flowers this morning. And I also bought myself some daffodils, not really expecting the bombardment of flowers coming through. So I am very, very, very privileged and fortunate to have so many gorgeous people sending me so many beautiful things. So it's been amazing. We've been for breakfast this morning. Nikki, I'm really sorry. I got treated to breakfast, so I broke the rules. Nikki, as in my... And there she goes. Look, the first person, of course, to be on this live would be you. So just watch me go red and shrink. So I hope that's okay. I didn't do my intermittent fasting. I did have breakfast this morning. I'm really sorry. But it was a really nice breakfast, although I am slightly regretting it now. I think I probably should have checked with you first, because I've been doing this intermittent fasting thing with Nikki, which has been amazing. But it's the first time in a long time I've actually had like a proper breakfast, and I'm not feeling too good. If I must admit, I'm not feeling so good. So shame on me. I shouldn't have done it. My body's telling me that I shouldn't have gone there. So yeah, it's all good, it's fine. But there we go. So yeah, I am here to talk to you guys on a bit of a birthday special, because I've been having some conversations. Yes, I mean, I've had these conversations over the years, to be honest, but it reoccurred again this morning when we were chatting about you know, some of the programs and bits and pieces that I'm selling at the moment, and also just the kind of the progress that certain people have made versus other people, and so on and so forth. And so we're having a bit of a discussion around that, and why some people tend to go further than others, and why success seems to happen quicker than others, and you tend to kind of launch faster, as it were. Because you know, some of you may or may not know this, but I've been an entrepreneur since I was 19 years old, and I've had many different businesses. I've had event planning businesses. I've run a side business for networking. I've run, I think I said event planning. I run a holistic business as well, a craft business. I've done quite a few different things in my time, and I was always really good in the beginning. I was always really good at, you know, getting it started. And I'd start out with all the passion and yes, I'm going to make this work and this is going to be fantastic. And then I seem to hit a wall where I couldn't get any further, or everything just seemed really hard. Everything seemed really quite time consuming, and it all seemed like a lot of work for not very much return. So that's, for me, from my personal experience, has been one of the number one blockers to me not getting very far, is the sheer level of effort. And I'm not afraid of hard work at all. In fact, I'm a workaholic, and I will work all hours under the sun, but only if I can see a return on investment. So I'm a bit of a selfish worker. I'll only put the work in if I know that I'm going to feel rewarded at the end of it. And I think that's kind of the same for a lot of people. And I've been having a lot of calls with people who have been telling me similar things. And I ran a talk at my networking event that I run every month in Cardiff on Friday. And it was around how to do less, earn more without feeling like a dick. Because at the end of the day, we've been programmed to do lots of work all of the time. We kind of feel obliged to do that work all of the time, and if we're not working hard, then we don't deserve the money. And we've got all of these weird belief systems that have been built into us from our parents and generations gone by, society. And so many people reached out to me after delivering that talk and was like, wow, like I really am. I feel sick when I think about work. I feel sick when I think about taking on any more clients, because it's not enjoyable anymore, because I just seem to be doing, or at least struggling to even make any money. So you've got two things here. So you've either got the struggle to make money, to actually get any clients at all, and they feel like they're putting in all the effort and not getting any return. And then you've got the second half of people, which, you know, are well known in their industry, and they are, you know, they're doing an incredible job, and they're working with people, but they're just feeling like, damn it, like I'm at my capacity level, I cannot take any more people on. And they don't, if they're honest about it, feel like they are charging and earning their worth. They feel like they're run ragged, like they're chasing their tails, running around in circles, doing all of the time. And instead of being a business owner, they've just created another job for themselves. But it's worse, because you tend, you know, you can't just leave it at the door, right? It's there all of the time. People have extra expectations on you. You have extra expectations on you. You don't have a guaranteed salary. You've got it, and you put yourself into this position where you're doing the do. And we get surrounded by our own environment. We get surrounded by the same situations that we have been in for a while, that we also see other people are in too, and that we surround ourselves with these people who are doing the do, who are doing the same thing as us, who have the same complaints, who have the same problems, and we don't know how to get out of it. And the number one reason why some people go further and faster than other people is because the belief in the possibility of something different, something better than what they're in at the moment. So many people lack that ability to see what's going on in front of them. And that can come from a few places. First of all, it can come from the fact that they don't know any different. Like I said, you've surrounded yourself with the same types of people doing the same types of job, charging the same types of amounts of money, doing the same amounts of work. We are like monkeys, monkey see, monkey do, and we are the best part of the 5 people that we surround ourselves with. And if we're watching everybody else do it, that becomes the norm. And we start to think, well, if this is the norm, I don't want to do this anymore. This doesn't feel fun. This isn't what I set out to do. This wasn't what I signed up for. But yet we put ourselves into that position. But we don't know how to get out of it, because we don't know what the other options are. We haven't seen the light, as it were. We don't know what else it is that we can do to change the situation. So that's number one. That's the first hurdle, is actually knowing that you can indeed work in a different way, that you can indeed charge your worth. And by the way, I'm running a pricing session inside of my group at 11, I think I said. So if you do want to learn more about that, just as a side note, come and jump in my group at 11. I'm going to be running a full-on training about how to price yourself, and charge your worth versus running around like a headless chicken. And the second thing is, once they open that door to what is possible, and they start looking at it and going, oh, well, that's something I've not seen before. That's a different way of working. That's novel. Then they then look out and go, oh, I can't do that. That's not for me. How can I charge that amount of money? Who am I to say that I can do that? That we get that I'm too big for my boots syndrome. And then we start doubting ourselves, and we start doubting the belief that we can achieve that level of service. And that, out of both of them, is the saddest, is that lack of belief in yourself that you can achieve that. Because the reason I started this live telling you about my story and where I've come from, and the over a decade of struggle, is to say that there is a way out of it. And I had rapid success, like you've never seen. I looked like an overnight success. Now, I don't believe in overnight successes, and there's a lot of people that use the term, I was an overnight success that took 10 years in the making. And that's kind of what it is. It took that long, but it didn't have to take that long. It didn't have to take that long for me to step up, because it wasn't something that happened slowly. Like, I'll be honest with you, it came from a decision to say, I am ready to do business the right way. I am ready to be a business owner, not a worker ant. I am ready to step up, own my worth, my expertise, and not even my expertise, because if I'm completely honest about it, I didn't feel like I had any when I started. I didn't feel like I had any expertise. But what I did have was an innate ability to motivate, inspire, and help others. Just because I didn't feel like the expert at that time didn't mean that I couldn't add incredible value to other people. That it didn't mean that I could help other people make progress. Just because I didn't feel like the expert back then didn't mean that I wasn't awesome. And I think that's where we need to move from. We need to move from feeling like, oh, I don't feel like the expert, I don't feel like this. You've got incredible innate qualities and attributes that can never be taken away from you. They were given to you as gifts, and they can never be taken. And really and truthfully, they can never be replicated. They're priceless. It's like a one-of-a-kind pearl. There's nothing that anyone can take that away from you. You have those abilities to help other people. You just have to make a start. You just have to decide. You just have to say, I'm going to do it the right way. I'm going to find out the right way of doing it. And I'm going to go ahead and do it. And make that decision. And when someone shows you the way and shows you the path, you've just got to take it. But so many people get the door opened and they slam it shut. They slam it shut and they self-sabotage and they say, no, I don't think I can do that. And the moment that you say that, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I talk about this all the time. If you believe it won't work out, if you believe that you can't do it, if you believe all those negative things, it is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and it won't happen for you. It won't happen for you. So I beg of you today, it's my birthday, do it for me. Believe in yourself, believe in the possibility, believe that you can do it. And that the return on investment of you just believing in yourself is priceless, is unbelievably, what's the word? The potential, the infinite potential that you have. You don't even know it. You don't even know the potential. You know, it's like a car on the road with the headlights. It's only being able to see the first few 100 yards, and that's all you need to be able to see right now. But trust me when I tell you that I can see a lot further than you. And I know that each and every single one of you who watches this live, I promise you, if you take the right steps, if you open that door and you walk through it and you make that decision to believe in yourself, you will get there with the right help, obviously, because I'm not one of these coaches, and I know that I'm speaking to people who know me very well on here right now, but if anyone watching the replay, I'm not one of these coaches who just believe it's just about the belief and then off you go and do it. Absolutely not. You know, I started out that way. As I said, I started out all gung-ho, I'm going to be successful, and it's great, and it got hard. But there is another way. There is another way to do it. So follow those people that are going to show you the way. Follow them, invest in them, do whatever you need to do, because there is strategy to this game. There is strategy, and we can fall into bad habits if we follow what potentially other people are doing around us. You know, it's a bit like learning to drive. You know, lots of learning instructors say, learn with people. That's absolutely fine. Practice, but don't practice with them, but don't learn from them, because we can pick up mistakes. You want to be choosy about who you're following. You want to be choosy about who you're surrounding yourself with, because if you're not, and you're not careful, you're going to pick up on those bad habits, and you're going to be copying the same behaviors and getting yourself into the same pickle that they're in. So find the people that you look at and go, wow, that's where I want to be. That's the behaviours that I want to follow. That's the business model that I want. That's how I want to work. Obviously, we're not copying people here. We're just taking inspiration and admiration for those people. And when you see that, just know that you can achieve it too. There is no reason why you can't achieve it too. Absolutely no reason whatsoever. You know, if I can do it, you can do it. If they can do it, you can do it. If you can recognise something in somebody and you go, yeah, that's what I want to be like that. I spoke to a client yesterday, and we went through and we said, okay, so what's the, you know, what are the three qualities and attributes of somebody that you totally admire? And she said that she was engaging and that and that this person was confident. And I said, it's impossible for you to recognise those things in someone else if you don't have the ability yourself. We can only recognise if we've seen it ourselves, if we have that capability. And all it is a case of just stepping into that, stepping into it. And, you know, yeah, you might not be able, if you look about it, you know, we'll measure myself on a scale of 1 to 10 on how confident I am or how engaging I am. Yeah, you know, you may only be a 5 or something, but you're still that person. You still have the ability, and if you hone in on those things and you work on them, and you put your energy and effort into nurturing those capabilities, there is no reason why it won't be a 10. You just got to turn up that notch, rank up the notch on the things that you want to be, because who you are right now is not who you're going to be tomorrow. It's not who you're going to be in a month's time. It's not who you're going to be in 10 years' time. You at your core will be, but you will be someone so much more powerful, so much more you, the real you, stripped back with all your amazingness, if you just believe that you can do it. And believing, for me, and decision making doesn't happen just up here. You believe and you decide with action, because you can't take action back. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to believe and decide with action today. Work on those things that you know are your secret weapons. Those things that you admire in others, that you know if you could just harness them, you yourself could elevate to the level that you want to be at. So decide with action, take those actions, do something that you can't worm your way out of. Because belief that's only made up here is a belief that can be changed in a second. So start making those decisions, start taking that action, and start doing the things in alignment with those beliefs. And when you do that, you will find that you will make progress so much faster. Because that's what I did. I made progress ridiculously quickly because I just put one foot in front of the other. I took the action, did the work, and I didn't feel ready. I didn't feel ready at all. I didn't feel like the expert. But I had to start somewhere. And that's the thing we all have to realise, is we've got to start somewhere. If we don't start now, then when will we? All we're doing is delaying it. Delaying and delaying and delaying. Don't delay it any longer. Decide who you want to be. Take that action, make those decisions, and make sure that you do something that means you can't weasel out of it. One foot in front of the other. Progress is still progress. And the more action you take, the more progress you make, the better it feels, the more dopamine scientifically is increased in the brain, the more momentum you build, the more the good vibes happen, and the more your confidence levels rise. And before you know it, you're an expert, without you even realising it, because you've just taken those steps, you've just done the do, you've just taken that progress, and you're following and surrounding yourself with people who have your best interests at heart and are doing it the way you want to do it. Don't be hanging around with people who are putting themselves into a position that you don't want to be in. Nikki says, love this, love you. Oh, I love you too. You are so right, and you need to surround yourself with like-minded tribe who helps you be better, but don't make you feel badly about your progress. Exactly. Debbie said, needed to hear this. Just start. I hear you. Happy birthday. You're awesome. Ah, thank you, my lovelies. It's so great to hear you on here. Catwood says, this is exactly how I feel today. Veronica, thank you so much for your happy birthday messages as well. And yeah, you guys are amazing. So I hope this has been a good one. Like I said, I am running a training in, I haven't got my watch on me, so I can't tell you how long away it is, but it's at 11 o'clock. I'm running a training on pricing inside of my group, Unrivaled Experts, which is going to show you how to price and charge your worth, because I don't want this anymore with people running around like headless chickens doing so much for very little. No more. I say no more. And I'm going to show you how to do it in a live, in just a few ticks probably. I'm going to go and check the time now. But it's been fab chatting to you all. Jump into the group. I think there's a link in the cover photo, or just on my page. Just go up and click the cover photo and join the group, and I will see you in a little while. Take care. Bye bye.